the meltdown on the establishment right and the Trump-hating left over the volatility caused by Trump's change in tariffs is everywhere. Good luck tuning into a podcast, a television show, picking up a paper without being told how terrible these decisions are and how Trump doesn't know what he's doing. You actively have to work to find somebody like you who says, let me tell you another way of looking at this, and try to disabuse some of these establishment types of their very, very well-held wisdom. Many of the same people who went through those types of adult educations or K through 12, even if they're younger, were out on the streets this weekend in protest of, I don't really understand, to be honest. It's like the Cory Booker speech. No one really knows what exactly they're protesting. Just they want you to know they're angry and hands off, which seems like a better slogan for the Me Too movement than whatever this. What do you mean? Hands off what? She's wearing the Statue of Liberty outfit, or is that a he? Forgive me, madam. It's difficult to tell. And there was plenty of that weird mania on the streets at these protests too, Victor. I'm going to give you one that has it all.
I'm going to get moist-eyed here, Megyn.
Yes, we have seen how Libras came out in all angles demonstrating against Trump and Elon Musk. Something happened on CNN. I want you to see. I understand you don't watch CNN, but it is important. You look at the CNN destroy Navarro. That is this lady on The View. Tesla lies with receipt. Most American-made cars. I don't know why these people say things with less knowledge. They just like to spew. She thought carrying the lies, they spew on The View. It will go the same way on CNN, but she was sure. Even CNN is calling out Peter Navarro blatant lies about Tesla. They literally pull up chat, proving Elon Musk vehicles are the most American-made cars on the market. The administration preaches made in America while simultaneously trashing the company doing it better than anyone else. For a very long time now, I've seen Elon Musk, back and forth with Navarro. At a certain point, I don't know if you've seen this. Take a look at this.
He does not understand. He is not loyal to the United States of America. I've said it before. Say it again. Trump does not like the United States. He doesn't like our laws. He doesn't like our Constitution. He doesn't like our people. He calls them fat. He calls them poorly educated, slobs, stupid. And he is in the midst of what I believe, I've said, and continue to believe even strongly every day, we're in the midst of a collapse. And if you look at the markets, if you look at all across the board, the political collapse was spotted. Look what happened in Wisconsin. Look what's going on with all of the Musk and the craziness. And what I think, if he sees himself going down, he's going to try to take the whole country with him.
Absolutely.
He does not understand. He is not loyal to the United States of America. He does not like this country. He criticizes it all the time. He has affection for dictators. He has affection for authoritarianism. And you're so correct to be concerned about this. And it's getting worse by the day. It is not going to stop getting worse. And we ought to be on a high alert. He's going to try anything he can. And to help himself, of course, but I believe the man genuinely, fundamentally wants to hurt the country.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
Yes, I don't know if these people took something before coming to this podcast or what exactly, because it is crazy. At a certain point, just take a look at him. Like, Trump hate America. It's like comedy. When I look at this man every single time, During the elections, he did crazy predictions and none never came to pass. He still continued to spew this on he's not lawyer, he's this. It's insane. The war might be crying, but Trump is working every single thing he can to make America great again. That is according to my beliefs, like what I'm observing. Because if not of that, he will just go in there and save his clean term, enjoy, and leave the place. But he wants to keep his promise. What he campaigned for, this is exactly what Trump is doing at this time, keeping his promises. Even CNN admitted it.
Letter, I was just moved by it because it really conveyed everything. People want to stand up for something, and I wanted them to know people are listening to them, and it was good to know that people are listening to us. We're all in this together, and this is a fight for so much more than profits for partner. This is a fight for democracy. This is a fight for the rule of law. And some people just don't give a shit, and that makes me angry.
You know, you join the legal profession and they hit you with, I have a lot of really good friends who are lawyers, they hit you with a lot of like, this is a revered profession. Yep. You have a real role that you play in society. Yep. There are these invisible lines that you help maintain for the Constitution. And then to have everybody just act then like it doesn't matter at all is bizarre.
Spouses. You know, it hurts.
Literally in tears. But I heard none of that when they unleashed the Lawfare campaign against Trump, Victor. Those norms don't count when we're summing up the norm breaking.
I would ask Mr. Conway, why do you think that on November 18th of 2022, three things happened simultaneously? Nathan Wade, the Paramore lead prosecutor of Fannie Willis's circus, was in the White House talking with the White House counsel and billing him the hours. The same day, Michael Colangelo left the DOJ under Merrick Garland, and he had come there from working with Letitia James. He left to go to work for Alvin Bragg. And third, on that same day, Joe Biden had Merrick Garland appoint Jack Smith, the federal prosecutor. And why did they do that? Because they knew Donald Trump was going to announce his candidacy to run again. That happened all the time. All of that was lawfare, and Joe Biden was on record saying, why wasn't he indicted? After he left office, he said he had a regret about Merrick Garland because he didn't go after Jack Smith.
Yes, if you actually follow through during the election, during the campaign period, this guy had a meltdown about Trump. There is nothing he never said about Trump. He will go on MSNBC, even bring out a book about Trump, said all types of things, thinking all this will make people to turn their back. At a certain point, when I look at it, I had to laugh all through. Now, this has not stopped. He's in tears, crying every single day. Now, conservatives are angry. There are actually some people, rich people, going off on each other as a result of the tariffs. Navarro had a segment the other day. He talked about Elon Musk. Elon Musk is not happy about what is going on with the tariff issues. I'm going to play this clip so you can see exactly what is going on.
When it comes to tariffs and trade, we all understand in the White House, and the American people understand, that Elon's a car manufacturer. But he's not a car manufacturer. He's a car assembler in many cases. If you go to his Texas plant, a good part of the engines that he gets, which in the EV case is the batteries, come from Japan and come from China. The electronics come from Taiwan. The tires come. What we want, and the difference is in our thinking and Elon's on this, is that we want the tires made in Akron. We want the transmissions made in Indianapolis. We want the engines made in Flint and Saginaw, and we want the cars manufactured here. It's like this business model where BMW and Mercedes come in to Spartanburg, South Carolina, and have us assemble German engines and Austrian transmissions, that doesn't work for America. It's bad for our economics. It's bad for our national security. We want them to come here. And with Elon, it's fine. He's a car man. He's a car person. That's what he does. And he wants the cheap foreign parts, and we understand that. But we want him home. We want him home
Peter,
for our national security and economic security, and everything's good with Elon.
In world history. But I'm going to side on this one with Elon Musk. I mean, Elon Musk is right that tariffs or taxes, they can hurt the economy. We've got to have the most productive sector of the economy. But it's also true that Peter Navarro figuratively took a bullet for Donald Trump. He went to jail for Donald Trump, and that's an amazing act of heroism, in my opinion, to do that rather than rat on what the president said in secret meetings. So I have some admiration for Peter, and I think it's just perfectly fine that you have this infighting going on, and Trump ultimately will make the decision.
I didn't like that he was denigrating what is actually a really good American manufacturing success story.
Exactly.
The original insult was that Teslas are made of all these foreign components. In fact, Teslas are the most American-made car.
We have the chart, I mean, to prove your point. I mean, they rank basically at the top on all these different metrics for domestic manufacturing, but Elon is still concerned about the tariffs.
So the administration is always talking about, hey, we got to make more stuff here. Let's make things in America. Let's have American-made cars. Well, Elon is actually doing it, and then your guy goes out, Navarro, and craps all over him and lies about the fact that he's actually making cars in America.
And he's making EVs, and all the liberals.
If I were starting a business, I'm calling Elon. That's all I'm saying.
But what is it?
Things looked up around 10 a.m., right? The market shot back into positive territory thanks to a tweet reporting the White House economic advisor, Kevin Hassett, was not true. And an hour later, the White House issued a statement denying it.
Global markets are sinking. Markets across Asia, Europe, and Australia plunging.
At one point this morning, the Dow sinking almost 1,600 points.
The markets lost more than $6.5 trillion in value.
This is an economic Armageddon.
My wife about the stock plunge. She said, "Oh, I thought you guys would never go down there."
Yes, thank you guys for always been sharing out my videos. I decided to put this all together so you can see how they are hurting down about the whole situation. I believe you've seen that. If you see clips after this, that is always for the YouTube algorithm. You've seen CNN, how they're struggling to go up on this guy. People are coming in support of Elon Musk because of the tariffs. I want to know your opinion on the comment section.
You're referring to the president's idea for American citizens to potentially be deported.
Terrible. Narcissistic disorder would. I know better than anybody. Forget about the economists who know better. Forget about people who know history. I alone can fix it.
Have a great day, everyone. Take a little time to enjoy the view. And remember, the resistance is real. You're not alone.
Has anyone else noticed how women on the left are the most miserable group of people? So
Harris is not president. Trump is. And if you don't like him, folks.
Starting on.
Wish the
and a lot of people who didn't vote.
And finally, new rule to those on the right.
Isn't exactly getting the hero's welcome.
The fact that the Americans finally realized what the reality was.
This is a Fox News alert, a crushing blow for Democrats who had hoped against hope.
Brad Schimmel, that has included Elon Musk pouring tens of millions of dollars.
I think you saw a repudiation of the fact that.
I do think the Republican takeaways tonight are going to.
The margin right now, Randy Fine.
Everybody, he had never been.